Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supply.
What brings you to Aya?
For survival supplies, only Aya has. I understand their caution, but the out...
They let me into the city?
I appreciate that. To start, they've requested Kiloa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Vol's power grid is lagging without... The solar technicians here may...
I'll see what I can find.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel.
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them.
The scavengers? Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
The criminals were my people. Exiles. They ripped your satellites into scrap. I brought what's left.
The initiative is supposed to explore, not steal and kill. Why would your people steal something that protects us all? Murder those who are only trying to help.
These were a few bad people. There are thousands of good ones out there.
How can we tell the difference? Maybe the others are right. What if you are no better than the Ket?
These scavengers abandoned the initiative, just like your deserters left you.
And we hate them too. Keep what your people stole and go. I can't talk to you anymore.
Sorry to hear things went south with that Angaran astronomer rider.
I'm
Found a
sorry.
silver lining, though.
Please go.
The scrapped satellites are gonna come in extra handy.
Not as handy as what we could have had, but I'll take it. You work on the solar panel?
Nothing as big as...
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated.
I've never lied to a director before.
No rest for the weary.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I was removed from cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I know what it's like, jumping out of the...
You've had it far. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with I. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong...
Maybe you can help. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here. He sent an urgent comm.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis... I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff.
I can go settle things.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
How many of our people...
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. The Angara have agreed to allow some...
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social vis... We need to move at their pace. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. Helios is the Angara's home. We need them as allies, and they could...
Show them we're not...
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes... We need to break that cycle.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. If none of them will agree to live on the Nexus...
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but... You asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you...
Ambassador's messages are overflowing again.
Some samples of the Angaran antiseptic you were talking about. I feel people keep staring at me. I can't tell if they're fascinated or afraid.
Maybe they've all got huge crushes on you.
Ryder, that's a little far-fetched.
I don't think so. Everyone wants a spiky girlfriend.
Unrefined
Sure,
goods
Ryder.
on sale right here. Make them your own.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you... I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even...
You get it.
Weird question. You don't have a...
Yes?
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ease off. I'm here to help. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the... I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and... He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to...
Didn't ask, didn't want... When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I...
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I've told you everything. My work is time sensitive. Stop wasting it. I've told you everything. My work is time sensitive. Stop wasting it.
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, I'm back.
She said you needed to talk before.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I've heard the Nexus is home to bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure?
They wouldn't let me on Aya if I was a walking petri.
You aren't taking this seriously enough to satisfy my family.
Efra should have come to me.
Shh, Uxul, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Uxul, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on... But one bad experience does...
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket. You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Uxul... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket... Even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time. I'll prove we can be trusted.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
I found the device Ven was using to communicate with the Archon. I think we can use it to triangulate.
All you have to do now is board it, steal the Meridian artifact, and escape in one piece.
When you put it like that, it does...
Don't make light. You're venturing to a place no one has attempted anything. Now it's my turn. Evra informed me that the despot of Kadara Port, one of your people, executed Ven Terev.
I spoke to Ven. He had no regrets.
We know Ven was hardly contrite at his execution.
I wasn't there.
What he did was inexcusable, not unforgivable. There's it. Regardless, it's done.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about me intrigues you?
You're an expert on several topics. Remnant.
All true. Why?
Is that an option?
Yet you do it well. There are two kinds of knowing. You have the essentials figured out. The rest you can learn as you go.
Are you originally from...
I was born on a research vessel in deep space. They never stayed in one place long. My own... They all try to claim me as their own. But if I'm honest, my favorite...
You and my crewmate have a close relation.
He talks in his... Worth it for the look on your face. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him.
What are you working on these days?
I thought being a Ket prisoner was the worst fate imagined. A Vela comes in every so often asking if I have a sec to answer your question. I'm busy with everything and nothing. We'll see which wins.
My translator doesn't know.
Because it isn't a title, it's a reference. Legends say we once had many Moshai. Master...
That's a lot to live up.
To my regret, the name stuck. I've minded less lately. Being the Moshai...
Any ideas on how we stop the...
The real question is... complete eradication? Drive them away?
Peaceful coexistence.
The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a...
When the Ket are gone, if we...
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. As for me, maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare.
You and the Pathfinders. Hello, Pathfinder.
Hello, Pathfinder.
Is this Angaran? I found...
Son above. It's an ancient Ravan. A musical instrument. We have them now, but nothing this beautiful. The songs it played were probably... How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories. It's all gone.
Because of you, it won't disappear completely.
Yes, I can be determined.
I admire it.
You say that now.
I'll come back when I...
I detect the infrared dye Silvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here for someone to come, another must go. The exchange... We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
You lost someone you cared about.
That's one way to see it. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your... My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot.
Sold it how?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on... He always put others before himself. That's how he died. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you. And I'm sorry for your loss. I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize...
We don't expect things to be easy. Only... Thank you for listening, Pathfinder.
You again.
Good to see you. Any news on what happened?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery?
I've heard of it.
Angar are selling their slots to come here. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed...
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
We could let Angar who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No... Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
That's all.
I'm here.
Ambassador Riala said you're...
Pathfinder. I won't be happy as just an observer. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus...
That's all I needed to hear.
I found Quiloa seeds for Eos. Is this enough?
It's perfect. They'll be happy to see this.
Welcome back. Ryder.
Hey, yeah. What's shaking?
Don't worry, Ryder.
You know it.
Prepping VidCon communications.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking
They're trying to make a point. That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No Ryder, but also no alarms. The Orbis Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Prodromos is repeating.
We need a closer look.
I hear that.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Sorry to keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon. Thanks for coming. Knew you'd...
I need answers.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we...
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a...
Tactical? You mean military?
I mean Rokar. That's why I call... An attack on our first outpost? That's what the Rokar want. I'm nobody's fool.
I'm sure we can check it out without...
You're the person for... I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind... Head to Black Rock Tand. I'll Pathfinder, the sooner you check the Black Rock, the better.
You've made sure everyone is...
We have secure. We can handle our own. You saw that with Liam's. This feels different.
You're certain it's the Rokar, and that they'll attack?
I want it to be pirates. Pirates are easy. My gut says it's worse. I hate my gut.
Am I the first person?
Wish you were. We lost a group of... Now I think it was 2.
On our way.
Good luck.
Almost at Black Rock Tand.
Ryder, there is no doubt it's a Rokar signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
some in reserve.
Understood.
Right, Rokar on site.
Monitoring. They'll hold some in reserve.
Understood. Moving out!
Y'all, are we clear?
You're clear. Still reading Bradley's signal.
Right.
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
A Rokar strategy, Ryder. The scout would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Axul exactly where to strike.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
This job is half done. We need to ensure...
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't...
Promise and...
What are you planning?
we use their beacon, they want a target?
Site 2 is still powered. You could broadcast from the old...
Bait and switch at some... We've got targets! Sam, you have a location for this Rokar beacon?
Yes, Pathfinder. Site 2 communications array.
Well, let's not keep Axel waiting.
Resilience. Promise. Or like death and starvation.
Well, I know.
Nav point marked for Rokar signal upload.
Be ready. It'll draw them right to you.
We know this place. They don't.
And they won't.
Starting Rokar signal upload.
Now might be a good time to take cover.
Human, I told you you'd know soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold it till they're on the ground.
Holding. Giving shield assist. That's teamwork.
Let's go.
Human, I told you no soon enough. The beacon is live. You couldn't stop our scouts.
They've bought it. Hold it till they're on the ground.
Holding.
Keep up the pressure.
This site is a decoy. Rally at these coordinates.
They're onto us. Where are they?
The Pathfinder is coming. Motherless. Everyone prepare to defend.
Sounds like they're losing their support.
Moving out.
I'll remember this. We're not finished. You are today, and we'll be ready next time. Come to Padromos, Pathfinder. We owe you. Again.
Pathfinder?
Pathfinder?
The Rokar attack is over.
We'll know what to watch for in the future. Special thanks to our friend Jal. It helps to show we're not all on opposite sides.
We can't assume anyone could be...
We're not planning on it.
How's the team holding up?
A little shell-shocked. Can't blame them.
Maybe I should say something?
If you like.
This was a hell of a day. And you all deserve whatever break you want. You've built a fine home. The initiative still... Reward yourself, Prodromos.
So, when do we get back to work?
No vacation asked or expected. We lose sometimes, but if they have the choice to keep going, this wasn't a good day. Your people, right? Pathfinder. Glad to be in one.
It was...
Veranda and her group are lucky, too.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Welcome back.
Pathfinder, you have new email. Bitcoin channels are ready, Pathfinder.
Jal, I'm in the meeting room.
Right behind you, Ryder. Pulling up the message.
Jala Madarav, you always were a short-sighted fool. Helping an outsider instead of your own people. You're unfit to bear your family's name.
I didn't mean to make my enemies yours.
He said similar things before. When we were students, the Moshai paired us together. We've never gotten along.
He's just jealous.
Of what?
You're the better man.
Well, I am better looking. Aksul wants us to do something reckless. Let's not give him the satisfaction.
Now orbiting Gadara.
Turn my back for
We've got targets!
Found where the outlaws are camped.
On the move!
All right. Let's find the piece of tech PB needs. Checking this container. Empty, but there's a data pad. Looks like there's a message for us.
Hope my boys put up a fight. But you're too slow, Pathfinder. I got what you're looking for. I'll meet you and your Asari at Kadara Port. You can buy the tech from me. Out.
I need that piece, Ryder.
Guess we've got a date with an annoying outlaw who fancies himself a rival.
Did someone slap an asshole, Mac?
Waiting for that Krogan to show?
Just need to buy the Remtech piece off him so I can perfect my remnant scanner. He and his crew keep showing up at sites we're targeting. It can't be coincidence. I think they could be following us somehow.
Just what we need. Parasite.
When you're doing interesting...
Ryder, come in. We've got a problem.
Go ahead, Callow.
We've had an intruder. Got on board and into PB's quarters.
Pock?
How the hell did that happen?
Not sure. Someone knew what they were doing. They left an impressive piece of Remtech and a recorded message. Relaying it now.
Ryder, it's Kalinda Tarev. Pelisari is... well... whatever she calls me these days. I trust the Remtech piece my crew took will be adequate payment. Oh, and no need to wait for my Krogan friend, Kranit. He and his outlaws...
Shit! Why can't she just leave me alone?
I take it you were lovers?
Why? Think she's fixated or something? Ugh. To complete my scanner, I need access. Kalinda's always been a troublemaker. And I'm sorry you're catching her crap now, Ryder. You don't have to deal with this. I'll take care of it on my own.
I'm sure you will.
I'll try. When I have a lead on getting Pock back... Don't worry, I'm laying...
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
I spy with my little eye something that begins with M.
Mountain.
Damn, you're good.
Look, caves. Might be something worth seeing.
place is massive.
Detecting high levels of toxic gas. Proceed with caution, Pathfinder.
Hey, I'm always cautious.
Look at the size of those stalactites.
It'd take hundreds of years to get that big. Damn, that hurts. What's it doing all the way out here?
It appears to be powering the floodlights.
Well, yeah, but who put it here? The surveyor?
That would be a lot of equipment for one man to carry.
Dead end. Let's backtrack. Giving shield assist! It's huge. Wonder what's back here.
Another generator.
And more lights. They lead to something? You hear that?
Intruders!
Stand down. The charlatan wants this one alive. Out for a walk, Pathfinder?
No one else in the collective hesitated to shoot me.
We're a big organization. Low-level operatives might not have gotten the word. But my orders are clear. You're not to be harmed. Crux is in charge here. If you've got questions, talk to her.
Okay, this was the surveyor's last known location.
Casualty. Our guy?
The surveyor. Who did it? Outcasts? Collective? Random exiles?
Gravity.
What?
He broke his neck, probably from trying to obtain barite samples.
Seriously?
Sam, download his data. We can at least deliver that. Sam, what's inside the cages?
Judging from the scratching, Artie.
Sam, what are they doing with the Adhi?
It appears the Collective are attempting to domesticate the creatures.
And how's that going?
Aggression levels are lower than what we've seen in the wild. But I wouldn't recommend opening the cage.
All the way out here. Wow. Are all these crates from the Nexus?
Didn't peg the Collective as gardeners.
Caution, this plant is highly noxious, Pathfinder.
Damn. I was hoping for Helios' version of tulips.
The Collective most likely uses it to make poison.
I'd rather you not touch that.
I'm working on it.
Are you a new recruit too?
No, just...
Oh, you're the Pathfinder. Crux said we're to be nice to you. I'm new here. Still trying to take everything in.
Why join the Collective?
I lived in Port my whole life. Then Sloane shows up, and my family was still reeling from encounters with Ket. We couldn't pay, so the Collective promised us protection and a chance to get back at Sloane. So I took it.
Pathfinder, you caught me off guard. We don't receive many visitors.
The cesspools put them off?
They are natural deterrents, yes. The Angara call this place Drolir. A bit melodramatic. If you've a head for navigation, it's perfect.
What do you mean?
Someone's been faking the charlatan's orders, giving bad intel. It got 2 of our recruits killed.
This is what happens when you rule from the
Organizations with a face aren't immune to greedy. The boss knows it's someone operating out of this base.
So what's the holdup?
The imposter could bolt at the first sign of suspicion. I need a subtle way to smoke them out.
Why would someone risk imperson?
Greed is a powerful motivator, Pathfinder. And we only answer to one person.
Maybe I could help? I'm not connected to the Collective. A curious outsider would raise less.
That's true. The drop point was in the Sulphur Springs, so the imposter should have high levels of...
Sam's sensors should be...
Pathfinder, still here?
What is a charlatan represent?
Most members of the Collective have no direct contact. Even as a representative, I only get messages. I've never met the charlatan in person.
You're okay with that?
I don't like being micromanaged. As long as I carry out the charlatan's orders, I have the freedom to do as I want.
What's it like working for the Collective?
Enjoyable for the most part. Pays good, and being a representative gets me respect. Sure, I live in a cave.
You've no regrets about...
No way. Those idiots have no idea what they're doing. At least the charlatan has their
Why work for the
Because moving up in the outcasts is a popularity contest. The charlatan doesn't care who you are, just how you perform.
Thanks for the...
Sulfur levels are high. Her footprints are of a similar shape to those left at the drop site.
Could be our rat.
Before accusing Dorado, perhaps you'd like to talk to her. She could have an alibi. Sulfur levels are on the high side, but not by a large percentage.
And she's Asari, which fits her footprint bill. Can't rule her out yet.
She's worth further investigation. Sulfur readings are low. Additionally, Angaran feet are distinct from humans and Asari.
Can't hurt to check.
Sulfur levels are normal.
Not our culprit, then.
High sulfur levels, but the footprints at the drop site contradict a Solarian's webbed feet.
Just being thorough, Sam.
All clear. Sorry about before, not much traffic down here. Recruits are jumpy.
You didn't shoot.
You're awfully good-natured about people. Some of us have been down here for months. I haven't seen the sun in weeks.
There are high levels of sulfur in your clothes.
What?
How'd the sulfur get there if you haven't left in weeks?
I oversee our water filters, make sure they aren't tampered with. I shouldn't have to tell you that Kadar is... Is that reason enough, creep?
What do you think of Lynx, Sam?
Her explanation for the level of sulfur in her clothes was plausible, Pathfinder.
Need something? Go bother Crux.
You're a testy one.
Sorry. Haven't slept in 36 hours, thanks to another shit job.
36 hours? That can't be healthy.
Defying the charlatan's orders isn't healthy. I go where I'm told.
The charlatans send you to the Sulphur Springs?
I smell that bad, huh? Like I said, it was a shit job, but I can't talk details. Especially to an outsider. See you around, Pathfinder.
Dorado's heart rate elevated when you mentioned the Sulphur Springs, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, any luck finding the imposter?
Dorado's clothes showed high levels of sulfur. When I asked about her last job, she was evasive.
Her mission was at the port. She should have been nowhere near the springs. Aquila, detain Dorado, quietly.
On it.
Good work, Pathfinder. I'll make sure the charlatan knows you helped us settle the matter. Pathfinder, still here?
All right, let's see what's inside.
Pathfinder, still here?
Who the hell are you?
Does the Collective make a habit of torture?
First off, that doesn't answer my question. And second, I hardly call this torture, just persuasion.
It's torture, and it stops now.
Seriously, who the hell are you?
The human Pathfinder.
Oh, shit. Crux said we're supposed to be on our best behavior around you.
Why?
Answers above my pay grade. Not about to argue. That's enough, Saria. Let the asshole rest.
What?
Just do it.
The Collective do this a lot?
We ask nicely first. It only goes badly for the stubborn ones.
Why are these people locked up?
Because they deserve it. That guy set off a bomb near the slums, then tried to blame it on us. They're filth, Pathfinder. Every last one.
That's all.
Good. I've got to get...
Seriously? Someone says don't touch that, and the first thing you do is touch it. Am I not being clear enough? Stop touching that. It's killing you, isn't it? You gave up 600 years, came all the way to a new galaxy, and now you really want to know what that does. You're thinking, maybe a Thresher mob will pop out if I just pushed hard enough. Maybe it's a 3D holo of the new Blasto vid. Blasto versus the Scourge. Go ahead. Touch it one more time. And then I'll let you in on the secret. Okay. One more to make sure you really want it. Right. So every time you push that button, there's a 50-50 chance a prisoner in the next room dies from electroshock. And yet, you did it again. Good thing I'm kidding. It doesn't actually do anything. This is Kadara. Everything's busted. You think you would have figured that out after the 28th try. Sucker.
I'd kill for some shut-eye.